Hey guys, welcome to another video, and you know the drill, curious cat, questions about absolutely anything, usually anonymous, usually hate. What's your all-time favourite DC animated series, an animated movie that came out in the past decade, and what other animated movies or animated series do you want DC to do next, and what characters would you love to have their own DC animated series or movies? There's a lot of questions there. I don't think I've seen any of the animated DC films, so I can't really answer that, and I've just lost interest in comic book films in general, and I don't read the comics, so like upcoming DC movies, I don't know. I don't read the comics, so I don't know what I'd like them to adapt. Question, I'm just wondering, how do you feel about the whole Fox deal that just happened? Man, Disney are buying everything. You know, now I can say that Aliens is my favourite Disney movie. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? If Disney actually go the whole way, you know, they can buy DC, and then technically we can have Avengers versus Justice League, which would, I'll call it, probably be the highest grossing movie ever made. So it's pretty cool. Are you still transphobic? I think people really did misinterpret this, because I don't even think, like when I made my comments with the Ben Shapiro thing, that it was transphobic. I just didn't really understand the whole trans thing. So was I transphobic then? I don't think so. Am I now? No. Will you review the Annie remake for Cinematic Venom? I've actually not seen the Annie remake. Will you ever review an album? I was tempted to pick up the 1001 albums you must hear before you die and create another series. And there is a 1001 video games you must play before you die. I would love to do that. But I don't like emulators. I like to sit down on the actual system and play it as intended. I'd have to get every console basically, but it'd be so good. Will I review an album? I doubt it. What do you think of We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel? If not heard, can you listen? I'll have to mute this, you know, copyright and stuff, but you can see my reaction. Okay, I have heard this. Everyone's parodied it to death. It is actually really catchy. I'm awful with song names, alright, and artists. People, have you heard that? I don't know, probably. Which YouTubers do you wish had more subscribers? Cinematic Venom would be a great one. Oh, Seeking Answers. They definitely deserve loads. Which is your favourite Robert De Niro performance? Probably Goodfellas. I've not seen, like, too many De Niro performances, but Goodfellas is the one that springs to mind. What are some good tips about how to grow on YouTube? And he's literally put his name on it. It's from Jimmy. Jimmy, when you ask a question on Curious Cat, you can untick anonymous. You can put your name on. Okay. I don't know. I ain't got a fucking clue. It's just luck. When you do movie reviews as well, I think the hardest thing is you can't really do anything with titles, because if you review Grease, what can you call it? Grease movie review. Like, there's nothing you can do. If you're a vlogger, you can do whatever you want. You'd be like jumping off a roof. I think Let's Plays and the movie reviews are probably the hardest to get into, because Let's Plays, sure, you can put a title that is something to do with what's in the game. They're not going to click on it because they don't know who you are yet. Like, if you're just starting out, like if you played Happy Wheels, for instance, and you just put, I don't know, Bloody Mess or something, people aren't going to know what you're playing because it just says Bloody Mess. But if you put Happy Wheels, you know, you kind of have to start out putting the game. So with the reviews and stuff, I guess you just have to, I have no advice. It's purely luck, and I guess try to be original. I'm just spitballing ideas, man, because I haven't got a clue. But the 1001 kicked off because it was something new and different, but then the Cinematic Venom reviews are pretty much the same style that others did, but see, people seem to like my humor, so be consistent as well. I am proud of my work ethic and my obsessiveness to constantly make content. Rob Dyke, who's not called Rob Dyke anymore, Rob Ganavan, I think that's his name, he suggested like treating it as a full-time job before it's a full-time job, which if you work full-time, you can't really do. I think what's good is if you're a film critic, you already are critiquing stuff, so you know what's bad and what's good. You'll make a video and you can look back at it and see, right, what works, what doesn't. And that's what I was trying to improve on. I would write a script and it would sound really funny, and then even in the edit, I'll cut things out depending on the pacing. So there are jokes that I've written and recorded that didn't make it in episodes because it ruined the pacing, and it's just constantly trying to improve on yourself. I think with most art, you are your own worst critic. Best angry video game nerd episode? Either Superman 64, because that's one of the episodes where I actually grew up playing that game and it's so bad and it was just so relatable, or Sonic 06. Have you heard Paradise City by Guns N' Roses? If not, listen on camera. Okay, we'll do this again. I have heard that. Again, I'm crap with names. I remember that was on one of the Guitar Hero games, actually. Guitar Hero! Sick game. Is Superman 4 the worst comic book movie? No, Suicide Squad. I'm not even saying that like as a joke. Like, Superman 4 is bad. I think people rip on it too much because there's certain scenes that people shit on where it was evident in the first two films, which most people like. Supergirl, I think, is way worse than Superman 4. And Suicide Squad is the worst DC movie I've ever seen and probably the worst comic book. What are your top 5 favorite films other than To Boldly Flee? I'm bad at listing top 5s. I mean, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is still number 1. Good Will Hunting is still number 2. After those, I mean, Pursuit of Happiness is up there. I'm just, this will probably change like in 20 minutes. Pursuit of Happiness, throw that there. Oliver and Titanic. Will you do a cinematic Venom review on each of the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles films? Even if you like them, there would be some nice gags to make and fun to talk about them. The old Ninja Turtles films would actually probably be quite fun because they're cheesy. I do like them. I like the first two anyway. And I do like the first Michael Bay one. So yeah, that's a maybe. Yeah, that'd be cool. Favorite Japanese movie? Ikiru. Would you like to see a black Superman? There are comic variations where Superman is black, so I don't get why everyone lost their mind. What is your favorite Nostalgia Critic and Cinema Snob episode? Nostalgia Critic was probably either Alone in the Dark or Leprechaun. Cinema Snob is Wood Chipper Massacre. Do you think they should remake Grease? No. Can you freestyle? Give me a word. Gorilla. I'll fill ya, then I'll fucking kill ya, and listen to Thriller. Bars. I like eating vanilla. Tom Stockdale, my cock's not stale. Do you like Oasis? Delicious drink. Really, really nice. Ranking of the Home Alone movies. So I'd go 1, 5. Yeah, 5, 3, 2, 4. Why do you think people compare Eminem's new and old material so strongly? Because it's so different. He actually acknowledged this in one of his latest songs. He said that people only compare him to himself, which is so true. Because no one's on the level of Eminem, and I think he's easily the greatest lyricist ever. He's not allowed to grow up, basically. People still want him to be like, you can suck my dick if you don't like my shit, as a 46-year-old man. Like, it doesn't make sense. He grew up, he got off the drugs, and to me, he's still killing it. Every album has been insane. Do you like Fleetwood Mac? Check out the song Go Your Own Way. Hadn't actually heard that one. Sounds pretty good. Do you like David Bowie? Yeah. Marvel or DC? Which one do you pick? And not only because of movies, but comics, and DC has some great animated movies. Thing is, I don't really watch them anymore, so I used to side with DC more because I like Batman, but DC have more shit films. They got Catwoman and Supergirl and Superman 4 and Batman and Robin and Suicide Squad and Batman vs Superman. I just don't really watch Marvel, so I guess Marvel, they got less bad films, maybe. Have you ever tried watching anime? No. It doesn't really interest me. I've seen Spirited Away, which is awesome. What movies do you like to watch during the Halloween season? Just any horror. I don't really stick to a certain franchise. Do your parents know you're awesome? Oh wait, sorry. Do parents know you're awesome? Just parents in general. Of course. Everyone does. I've loved seeing you grow in your videos. You used to be so angry all the time, and now you're more constructive and straightforward with your statements, all while still being entertaining. Would you ever do a crossover with The Unusual Suspect? I've contacted him. I didn't get a reply. I'm down. He lives in the UK. We can meet up. That's on him. Imitate your favorite wrestling move right now. The RKO out of nowhere. This is content, people. Are you a member of the Pussy Patrol? Mate, I run the Pussy Patrol. Boobs or ass? Both are beautiful in their own way. That's the life-changing question. Tits or ass? I love both. This is where all the feminists in the comments are like, see, he's still a sexist. Which now I feel like no answer I can give will get me out of this. Ass. Yeah? Ass. Don't unsubscribe. Can you speak a different language? Mange merde, monsieur. Probably mispronounced that, but you know. Can you ask Jimmy to review Neverending Story 3 again? Because that was the first video I watched from him. Jimmy, can you review Neverending Story 3 again? It was the first video he watched from you. Can I recommend Beauty and the Beast 2017? I think you should watch it. You know what? I've seen it now, and I don't get the hate. It's a pointless movie. It should not exist. My favorite Disney movie is the animated Beauty and the Beast, so I put off watching it for ages because I was told it was a carbon copy and paste of the original, and it's not. There's a lot of new scenes. Belle and the Beast do get a lot more time together and more character development. There are some nice moments in there. It's not a great film, and like I say, it's completely pointless, but I don't get the hate. Okay, I'm going to attempt to read this. Tell him Aneo Carneiro, Brazil, the homosexuality destruction for the human race, LGBT, Marxist communism and vagrancy. This, that's what she made, Poison Ivy, Pamela Islay, obsessive pro-plants, hates humanity in men with a Harley Quinn, which becomes lesbians, genocidal maniac, bloodthirsty murderer, thieves, and that's right, killing all men, has kindness, son of Krypton, Superman, Kal-El, fastest man, Wally West, Michael Carter, Booster Gold, and Ted Cord, Blue Beetle, others from Justice League is right. Sure, what did the Jeepers Creepers director do? He was a paedophile. Not much explanation needed. He was a convicted paedophile. So when the third film came out, a lot of people refused to go and see it because of that. You seen Roma? No. And that is the lot. Thank you all so much. I'm actually loving this series, and I'll continue to do this series until it gets stale, and then I'll, spice it up or something. But thank you all so much for the support that's been going on. It has been unreal.